All right, men of leisure.
And our highly sophisticated women of leisure.
What if we told you
you could be 2 days ahead of everyone else?
While the rest of the world is waiting until Sunday, you could already be listening on Friday.
That's right. Subscribers get a 48-hour jump on every single episode.
Early access, early laughs, same ridiculous hosts.
It's basically like TSA PreCheck, but for leisure.
Hit the subscription link in the show notes and secure your early boarding pass.
Now, Adam, the next time some bozo comes just flying by you when you're on your bicycle and lays on the horn and then shouts out the window, "Get off the road. You don't belong here," I want you to say, "You're welcome."
There's a kind of adventure you only find when you're not in a hurry. This is Road Adventures of Cycling Men of Leisure. Stories from the open road where routes are questionable, the stops are intentional, and leisure isn't a reward, it's the plan. If you're looking for speed, well, you're lost. But if you're looking for laid-back adventure, good stories, and even better company, welcome home.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to one of my favorite times to share with my good friend, Mr. Michael Sharp. You are listening to Road Adventures of Cycling Men of Leisure. I am Adam, and I am lucky enough to be joined with my good friend, Mr. Michael Sharp.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Adam, as usual, welcome. Happy to see you, buddy.
Good to see you. Good to see you. What is new in the world of Michael Sharp?
Well, Michael now has a job.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Yes. Finally got somebody to offer me a gig. So we'll see how that goes. So that's a good thing. But I did want to take a moment. I've got a little bourbon in hand here. I am wearing the appropriate shirt. I want to wish the United States of America a happy 250th birthday. Should I stand?
No, but I'll just leave it lower here while you're talking.
You know what? That's pretty cool. 250 looks pretty good for 250 years. I mean, I know it's had its issues and problems and still does and will in the future, but I think we've done a reasonably good job of getting 250 years. So that's kind of exciting. So happy birthday to our fantastic nation here.
Absolutely. I do all the voicemails for the phone system at work, and I used Claude, and I came up with like this play ball. No,
play ball. I every time you do that, I want to start drum majoring like I was I was a drum major in high school, and you're up there in front doing the thing. Brings back good memories.
I felt for the 250th birthday, I call him Matt, you call him Mark, would give me a little reprieve playing with my soundboard. So, Matt, thank you for the reprieve. So
we might. The one other thing I wanted to say, other than happy birthday, is I wanted to apologize to our listeners a little bit. We've been a little sloppy the last month and a half getting episodes out on a regular basis. And part of that was traveling and things going on in our lives. We certainly apologize. We're getting back onto the regular cycle now. And we did take extra time for the 100th episode, which was the last episode. So, but I just wanted to assure everybody we're getting back online with our 2-week intervals and things. We've done a great job. This little section, this last month and a half section, is really the only time that we've done the show where we haven't been consistently getting the shows out. And at the end of this show, we're going to announce something cool that we're going to be doing for the next few days.
I love it. I'm getting. I will. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I'll piggyback just for a second. Part of it was you were taking care of some stuff, and then a part of it, just 100% transparency. I was traveling, but this time, not to a conference.
So where's the second place other than conferences that Adam goes?
Mickey Mouse.
Exactly.
Hey, listen, timeshare, going to use it. So actually, since this is a leisure show, if you fly Delta Airlines, I highly recommend checking out their new tool. This is my plug to Delta. They're not paying me to say this, but I'm going to tell you about it. Okay. Think of it like a bingo board. Like B6 could be $500, but like I-19 could be like $100, and maybe like G49 could be like $200. Point being is, we went on there, and it's like a matrix, and depending on what time you're willing to go, if your flights are really flexible, but instead of guessing of like, well, let me try it again, it just comes up and tells you. It just you go on the website. We were using miles, and I mean, you could do it in dollars too, by the way. But we chose miles, and instead of playing a guessing game, we were able to go on there June 25th. I normally take the first flight out in the morning, so I'm there all day. Well, we weren't able to do that because the Matrix allowed for, really cheap flight to go down. Of course, not when most people wanted to go down, but okay, yin versus yang. Yeah, exactly. So, and then of course, coming home, I got up at 2:30 and took the flight that nobody wants to take when they're coming back home. And of course, that was on the Matrix, that was lower. Anyways, point being, if you're looking to travel and you do use Delta, there's a new tool on the website that you can check out and do the Matrix. So anyways, that's what we did.
There's our travel advertisement for the week. There we go.
Yes, and I wish Delta Airlines Delta would like to sponsor Road Adventures of Cycling Men of Leisure. That would be great.
We've mentioned them many a time.
We have.
I mean, they have been mentioned probably more than any other than that ridiculous hat company that you support. Any other company, they have probably been mentioned more than any others. Yeah, moving along. We're not talking the hat company.
Oh, okay, no problem. I won't mention the company that's on the screen if you're watching on Apple Video or YouTube video.
All right, moving right along. We got a great show for you today.
We do.
We're gonna talk a little bit about stuffed animals.
Yes.
We are going to talk a little bit about roads. In the creation of roads in the United States. I believe you're going to tell us about a bucket hat incident, which apparently bucket hats in Florida cause people to just go berserko.
Yes, sir.
As we've been witnessed before. We've got another one for you. And then we're going to talk about something interesting that you and I are going to try over the course of the next 3 weeks. And then we will have a new listener spotlight. So
yes, I love it. So can I just sit back and let it all happen? Oh, no, I don't get to sit back.
Let it
go, man. The only thing I want to mention is fan mail. Before we get rolling, fan mail, I just listened to a whole podcast about different ways to use fan mail, and it was really interesting. So some of you could use it for listener spotlight guests, and like Paul did, they have. But you could also, if you want to make a complaint, maybe you're like, Adam, stop using the darn buttons, and then you could file that in. Or some critique of, hey, I wish you guys would do this. A lot of fan mail on every show. You can record a 60-second clip. If you don't like how you sound the first time, don't panic. You can go back and re-record it. Don't worry, Michael.
It's like the old answering machines in the 80s.
Yeah,
do you like this message?
Yeah.
And if you don't, you could play it. You could hit the button and re-record it.
I still do that to this day. I won't lie. If I'm leaving if I'm leaving a very important message, one that is more business oriented, I hit the pound button, and then it says press 9 to review your message, and I press 9, and I usually hear myself going, "Okay, that sounds good." Or there have been times when I'm like, "Oh God, it did not come out like I wanted," and then I hit delete and re-record. So you can to this day I still do that. So
and it's just let AI do it. This is Adam Baranski, and I.
You say that, but you know that our option, our platform offers a tool that I could mess with my wife in 2 seconds. So,
I don't doubt it. I do not doubt it.
It's creepy. You and I have played with it before. I typed in a random sentence of like, "Hey, Lauren, can you bring me a cheeseburger?" And then, of course, it'll come up and it'll go through every show that we recorded, and it'll find words like that and make it. It sounded like my voice. It's kind of scary. So, anyways, well, I like that you gave the layout of the show. I did get a guess for Listener Spotlight. We do have the jingle.
Awesome.
So, do you want to give the clues first, and then I give the jingle?
No, give the jingle first. Then
I'll
give the clues, and then we'll find that guesses. And
if you haven't had a chance to listen to us for a while, we did get a request that instead of hearing me say "Listener Spotlight," that we have a nice jingle. We worked hard. We hired a 14-piece band. The writer was amazing. I mean, we had to get hot Gatorade. It was amazing just for the voice of this guy. But here we go. On behalf of Adam
and Michael,
we both want to say thank you
for your support.
You're Clifton and you're dialing. You ride along with us every spin. Time to shine. It's your moment now. Listener Spotlight, take a bow.
All right. I do have a guess, but I'll let you give the clues first.
All right. The clues were as follows. This community began as a stop for early settlers. An early settler included a presidential relation. The town's name is derived from a transportation stop. It is surprising that this town did not get the nickname of Mud Town. From the 30s through the 60s, 1930s through the 1960s, travelers might have been confused when they went to fuel up, and the city has an ESPN connection. So what do we got as a guess?
So Maggie seems to be a new listener. She says, hey guys, just got turned on to the show. Love this idea of the listener spotlight. I have a guest this week. It's Abilene, Kansas. She says,
Abilene.
By the way, say what?
Is it Abilene? Is it Abilene, Texas?
Oh, no, Abilene, Kansas, she's saying.
Okay, Abilene, Kansas. Okay.
She says, by the way, the Eisenhower Presidential Library is there. Guys, keep it up. You have a new listener, Maggie.
Oh, Abilene, Kansas. That is actually just like 2 hours down the road here from me. It used to be, there used to be a big, or there still is, Boy Scout camp that I used to work at in the summer times. Camp Brown is right outside of Abilene. So I spent a large amount of time in old Abilene, Kansas. But, Maggie, I am sorry. You are incorrect.
I don't know if we should give a trombone to a new listener, though. Sorry, Maggie.
Too late now. We're not editing at this point. All right. The listener spotlight town for this week was, in fact, Powell, Tennessee.
Powell, Tennessee.
Powell,
wow.
Tennessee. It began as a stop for early settlers that were headed to the frontier from eastern Tennessee. An early settler included a presidential relation. One of the early settlers was Stockley Donaldson, who was the brother-in-law of President Andrew Jackson. The town is derived its name from a transportation stop. The railroad stop there originally was called Powell Station. It is surprising the town did not get the nickname of Mudtown early in the 20th century. Bricks made of mud from the nearby Beaver Creek were transported by train to various locations. So they actually had a mud factory there that made mud bricks. I don't know why you couldn't just make your own mud bricks at your location. I mean, I don't know why you had to make them and put them on a train and transport them, but I'm sure there's a reason. From the 1930s to the 1960s, travelers might have been confused when they went to fuel up. This is really cool. An airplane service station built in the shape of an airplane was created in that town to attract business. And it was actually in the Mimi Tech architecture style, which was a novelty architecture style in the 30s. But it looked like a big airplane, but it was actually a filling station. And the city has an ESPN connection. John Cooper, the college head coach for Arizona and Ohio State, and also an ESPN analyst, is from the town of Powell, Tennessee.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Well, Maggie, I am happy to have a new listener. We actually recently are gaining lots of new listeners, and this is exciting. But Maggie, welcome aboard. Thank you for making a guess. You could use fan mail next time. We'd love to hear you. But if you prefer just to write, thank you. We have many people who make guesses all the time, and so I'm glad you got turned on to us. Thank you to the community of Powell, Tennessee.
Welcome.
Obviously, somebody new. So, still don't have Wyoming, buddy.
We are still missing Wyoming. You know, it was Wyoming and Hawaii for a long time, and Hawaii has just exploded. We still cannot get a single person to listen to us from Wyoming. And I can't believe you brought that up because it's such an annoyance to me. We get, crazy places we're getting listeners. Rhode Island, we're getting listeners. It's only 30 miles across. But Wyoming, nobody's listening to the podcast in Wyoming. So if you're going on a vacation to, say, Devil's Tower, Yellowstone National Park, maybe Grand Tetons, or if you're going to, there's a big rodeo in Cody, if I remember right. If you're going to any of those, just pop one of our things in and listen to it and get us on the heat map of Wyoming, because we've got we've got almost every country in the world. And then right there in the United States is Wyoming, just with a blank spot there.
So my question is with the shirt that you have on now, you'd think if you went to Wyoming, you could get somebody to listen.
I don't know. You'd think that there'd be people. I mean, they've got a around the state ride. I believe it's the Tour de Wyoming. So you would think there's cyclists there. I mean, they're just right down the road from Colorado, and there are millions of cyclists in Colorado. So I don't know. I don't get it.
We'll get Wyoming.
I need to find somebody who's getting a summer internship job at one of the national parks there and say, hey, listen to the show. Please help us out.
This is planned, but you and I are going to bring a guest on in a second. Mm-hmm. This is not a surprise. But first, before I did that, I wanted to mention the story that I texted you while I was in Florida. So if anyone listened, I don't know, last year at this time, no, 2 years ago.
Last year in February.
Yeah, last year in February.
Yep.
We went to dinner at a Disney restaurant called Topolino's. It's at the top of the Riviera Resort. Tables are slam jammed next to each other, and there's a show. We'll put a link on in the show notes to the show. And we had the most craziest experience I think you and I have had as adults about a guy literally wanting to physically have a fist fight with us. He wasn't getting very far. Tried to rip a pen out of my hand, kind of lunged towards you. Tried to have me chase him to the bathroom to fight him, and I just kind of laughed. But
yeah, it was insane.
And we called it the bucket hat. The bucket hat must have done something to your brain. Well, listen. So I'm at Disney, and I'm scrolling through my phone in line for I don't know, something. I don't know what I was in line for. I'd be lying to you if I remember. I don't remember. But it said, this is no joke. The bucket hat bank robber caught by Sarasota. I can't even read it.
Do they have his picture?
Joke. They have his picture with the bucket hat.
Is it the same guy?
Yeah, I wish.
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
That would have been great. But it says, this is no joke. Bucket hat bank robber caught by Sarasota police. Now, I have the whole story here, and I think it's worth telling you.
Okay.
A 60-year-old bank robber who demanded the teller place cash in his bucket hat was caught in Sarasota on Friday, authorities said. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office said the suspect, Joe Bales, was seen walking into the Wells Fargo Bank located off 53rd Avenue East in Bradenton. He then placed his bucket hat on the counter and said, "This is no joke. This is a robbery. Give me all your money and no die pack," according to the sheriff's office. The teller complied and began handing over the cash. Authorities did not disclose the exact amount. However, still from the surveillance video shows the suspect holding a hat full of money. Bales then left the bank in a white van headed south on US 301. Detectives developed a description of the suspect and the vehicle and quickly was able to track his movements. According to the sheriff's office, police in Sarasota found Bales due to the fact that he had a bucket hat on his and there goes two stories of bucket hats in Florida. So if you live in Florida and you own a bucket hat, don't commit a crime. So that's all I'm going to say.
You know, number one, congratulations, Sarasota, Florida police. Way to take care of that. But, you know, was he wearing a mask?
No, not at all.
I brought I'm going to rob a bank. I brought my bucket hat. I didn't bring a mask to disguise myself. Wow.
Only for those, I understand this is a podcast and most of you are listening, but if you would like to watch on Apple Podcast, we are there on video. We're also on YouTube. I will hold my phone up here. When you ask if he has a mask on, this guy is like looking to get caught, I think.
Oh, yeah. He didn't even try. And then he takes his hat off so then he can see his whole hair and all that kind of stuff or lack thereof. That's just ridiculous. That's just. There
you go.
These guys are giving the bucket hat industry just a bad name.
Yeah. You know, and then my wife said, "Oh, look, there's a bucket hat. Should you get one?" And I said, "No, I'm not getting a bucket hat."
Oh, but you wear a brim, but not a bucket hat. Yeah. Okay. Moving along.
Let's bring our special guest on. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Hello.
Well, hello, Miss Miya. How are you doing today?
I am pretty good. What about you?
I am wonderful. You are wanting to give, just as they do in the business. I want you to know that you're being recorded right now. This is the Road Adventures of Cycling Men of Leisure podcast. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Hello, Miya.
Hello.
Well, you actually inspired us. You said, after asking us all the great questions, which, by the way, you got some kudos. You got our friend Armando said, "Way to go, Miya." There were some other people who were loving the questions that you asked. But you inspired us to have the Confetti Experience Part 2, or at least the continuation of having you on. Now, for those of you, your dad has got confetti up on the microphone boom stand there. So let's give a recap. The last time that you were, before the 100th episode where you asked us a lot of questions, which you did a great job, we recorded in your garage and you gave us the history of confetti. You gave us why you collect Beanie Babies and some things. Now, I understand you're a little older. You're now in high school. Actually, I think you're going to be your second year in high school soon. So,
Yep.
But we have some history about the Thai Beanie Baby. And we have some history based upon like value and stuff. I imagine your collection, you're not a person who cares about the value, correct?
Correct.
Okay. You just wanted them because just memories with your dad, or?
Onesies.
Oh, there we go. All right. Now, did you ever look up any of the Beanie Babies that you had, and at one time, like what the values were? Did you ever even look it up, or?
I wouldn't say I looked them up for the value, but I have looked up Beanie Babies.
Okay.
And found out their value.
So we were interested in doing some deep dive. Now, Michael, your dad, obviously being a history teacher, knew a lot about this stuff. I did not, to be honest. But so Ty introduced Beanie Babies in 1993. Is that news to you, or did you know that they came out in 93?
I knew that.
Okay. All right. Now, this is kind of interesting. The reason why they became like a supply and demand thing, it said they really didn't explode until mid-1996. There was a marketing strategy that came into play. And so the marketing strategy was they would not sell to major retailers. They would only sell to like smaller toy shops and things. And they could only get like 36 of them at a time. And that's what drove the value of them, which was kind of interesting. I don't know. Did you know that, or?
I did not. That's cool.
So let me see here. First sold in Chicago area toy stores for about $5. Do you remember how much you paid for Confetti, or how much somebody paid for Confetti?
I do not remember how much Confetti was.
Now, I will say, though, she's very thrifty, and she kind of has limits on what she will spend on a particular Beanie Baby. So
now, you guys did a lot of, even when I was there, you guys did a lot of estate sales. Did your collection come more from estate sales, or did you buy them in actual stores? I have no idea.
Not necessarily estate sales, but thrift stores and garage sales. Okay.
So here's what it says, just to give you an idea. And anyone, because I thought this was interesting. Even if you were, many of our community members, I'm sure, knew that the Beanie Baby went crazy, because heck, even McDonald's got involved in giving Beanie Babies away and stuff. And so this is what it says: the genius behind the craze. And it says Warner from Thai. He made a deliberate decision to only sell to small independent stores, not big retailers, which created the scarcity from day one. Stores could only order 36 of each character per month, no exceptions. He began retiring characters immediately, discontinuing them without warning, which sent collectors into a frenzy. Within 2 years of eBay launching in 1995, so 2 years after the Beanie Baby came out, all sales on eBay, 6% of all eBay sales were Beanie Babies at that time. Wow. Families invested life savings. Soap opera actors even had spent $100,000 as a college investment for kids. Ty blindsided everyone with the announcement all Beanie Babies would retire December 31st, 1999, and fans panicked. Then Ty reversed course, claiming it would, in response to fans, and released a new millennial line instead. Then the market crashed with a dot-com bubble in 2000. So then the Beanie Baby movie, The Beanie Bubble, in 2023, Apple TV film, Rise and Fall of the Craze. You can find out a lot more if you're curious. But can you give us any updates? Or I guess I would be asking, I know that your dad, we still Confetti makes all of the trips with us, no matter what we're doing. He came to Podfest. It was a little different when people were looking at your dad a little like, what is he doing with a Beanie Baby at a Podfest?
The Beanie Baby has a podcast. Leave it alone.
Now there you go.
As I wear my bucket hat.
Yes. You'll have to ask your dad about the Sarasota bucket hat guy. So, but so now that you're getting a little bit older, do you still have your collection?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, I collect all kinds of things. I mean, obviously bourbon, as you know, but I have lots of Disney trinkets and stuff that I still collect. I'm sure people will be like, why do you collect that junk? But I love it. So do you like that your dad, because we've given some history before of Confetti, but do you like that he still takes them with him everywhere?
Yes, I do.
That's cool. I'm trying to look at something real quick here. All right. So the last time we had you on about that, I'm looking right here. What are some of the favorite places Confetti has been, do you think? Since we've had you on, is there any of your favorite places?
I don't think so.
He's been a lot of different places, because not only does he travel with you and I, but anytime we do a family vacation, Confetti goes along too.
That's cool.
So he's been to a lot of national parks. He's been to Disney multiple times. So he's a well-traveled bear. So lots of different places.
Do you still have the air tag on Confetti?
No, he's got this cool little biking necklace. It's like his bling.
I see that.
Yeah. I don't put the air tag on him unless I'm taking him like on a biking adventure.
Okay.
Just to be safe. We don't want to be losing Confetti. That would be bad.
Oh, let's see here. One of the questions that came up here is, it says, we are supposed to ask Miya, does she know that the bear is actually a Y2K artifact? and what does she think about that?
Continue.
No, she did know it was the Y2K. I don't think she really would look at it as an artifact, would you?
No. I mean, I have another version of Confetti for my collection.
Like
so she has a whole wall with special shelves built to hold all of these different Beanie Baby creatures. And she has another duplicate of Confetti that sits on the wall. This is the original traveling version of Confetti. So she has one that just stays on the shelf, and this one is normally on my bookcase behind me, or when we go on trips, it goes with us. So
okay. So I was interested that there is another version of that same bear of chocolate spots. Is that correct? Or is that maybe I'm
not sure. I haven't heard that.
Maybe I'm making that up, because I was doing some research and it said, because I said, because did you name the bear Confetti, or did Ty name the bear Confetti?
I named the bear Confetti.
That was my confusion, because I was using ChatGPT and it came up and said, do you mean this one? And it showed like a Beanie Baby with a bunch of spots on it. So, okay. Let's see here. I'm going through my notes here. In episode 75, I said to you, when she gets older and maybe settles down, and your dad was like, watch your mouth. This is a family show. You could put those photos into like a book or something. Is that still the plan for both of you?
Yeah. I mean, I've been gathering these photos. At some point in time, I will get around to putting them in some big book or something. I'll think of something creative to gift to her at some point in time that will include all of the photos of the bear's adventures.
What about one of those digital frames, and just keep, you can just keep adding pictures, and then that way it would be like.
She started a Facebook page for Confetti, so I'm thinking we need to like really start loading the pictures on there, so then people could see.
That'd be cool.
The mini adventures of Confetti.
Oh, that would be cool. Then we could link to it.
There you go. Because Confetti has traveled in your bike jersey before.
Yes.
On several occasions.
Yes. Yes, this is correct.
He's like, I'm ditching this clown. I'm going with somebody else. Hops in your bag and goes.
What, when do you think the first time, just if anyone is curious, when do you think the first time that the Confetti experience started? Like, was that the first trip that you and I went on to Ragbri? Was she a little bit younger and then nope?
The first time we went to the family, Team Sherpa, rode across Nebraska for the second time, and Miya went with us, and she was only like maybe 4 years old. And the time before that, my nieces were really young. They had sent along little stuffed bears with my dad and me to put in our cycling jerseys for the week. And they were on the trip as well. And so when Miya did it, she thought it'd be cool to give me a bear. And for some reason, of all of her little bears and things, Confetti's the one that she gave to me.
So, that's pretty cool. Okay, yeah. Okay. I'm looking at our notes here, buddy. I'm looking at our notes. Well, when we it said, hey, Miya's back on the mic. So when you said, hey, how come you guys haven't had a show with me? Instead of us asking questions, what would you tell us about your memories and thoughts? Are there anything that you would add to us?
Not really.
Well, okay.
No, I'm done with these two clowns too. All right. Yeah.
Well, we just wanted to honor you and have you back on because you really did a great job and a lot of good compliments of your questions of asking us. So, are you excited about celebrating the 4th of July? Is the family doing something fun?
Yeah, we're gonna go down to my cousin's house.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah.
Good. No, I mean, sometimes it's like, yeah, well, that's what they want me to do. So.
And it's also her birthday week, so that always makes it fun too. So,
well, yeah, I mean, listen, if you're going to have a birthday on July 11th, you might as well be on the Road Adventures of Cycling Men of Leisure podcast.
That's right.
Is there any big gift that you're hoping for, like a Ferrari?
Hey,
or
let's set expectations at realistic levels, buddy.
Oh,
I'm not working yet.
But you just made an announcement that you have a job, so I mean,
well, I haven't started working yet.
How about this? The Ford F-150. Do you still have the white Ford F-150?
No, it was actually a Ford Ranger. I haven't had that for a long time. Yeah. So no go there.
Well, we do hope that you have a good birthday. I appreciate you coming on. Was there any closing thoughts that you would have?
No.
Well, tonight your daughter is just a woman full of lots of words.
For once.
Miya, thank you. I'm not answering that. Thank you for coming on. You want me to give your dad a little censor the button there?
Sure.
There we go. We'll give him a little censor button. So thank you for coming on. We will catch up with you. Maybe in 25 episodes, we'll come on and see where Confetti's been. Now that your dad is employed again, maybe we can get back on that bicycle.
There you go. All right.
for having me.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night.
You as well. Bye.
All right. Well, I must tell you, that was the first time we've used the Bluetooth feature, so I'm not sure how that's going to sound. I appreciate her coming on, so it'll be a test for everybody.
There you go. We'll see.
Okay. I received a package from some wonderful people, some great friends of ours. We were unable to attend Bragg 2026. We were actually never supposed to attend Bragg 2026. We were supposed to be in Kansas or Nebraska. Yeah. And so we had sat at the restaurant over a year ago with Scott Ledford and said, "Hey, would you help us out? Are you coming back to Bragg?" He said yes. We said, "Hey, listen, we'll do all the hard work and we'll do the pushing on the show and everything. Could you help us out?" And I think this is our time just to first, before I open the package, is both of us extend a huge thank you to Scott and Cricket and helping us out and representing the team and you, Michael, who did all the messaging and put the team message together, which was really neat to see some photos going back and forth and everything. So, but not to take it away from those guys. Thank you so much. We had sent some packages through the mail. I sent some packages. You sent some packages. I think you had someone send a package for you. So, and then Sunshine stepped in, and a family member of Scott, and drove the 3 packages, many hours to get everything together. And so we thought, hey, that's the end of it. And then right before I was supposed to leave, I left on the 24th of June. I came home and there was a package on my porch. And I didn't think much of it. I had to hit the road. And so I put the package inside and I was kind of thinking to myself, I didn't order anything. I don't know what, I didn't buy anything. And normally when we leave there, we have this process where we get rid of all, non-perishable foods out of the fridge and we don't order anything from Amazon, or we stop our orders, or we go in there and tell them to deliver when we come back or whatever. So we don't want them to come on the porch while we're gone. More because I'm too lazy to adjust my sprinkler system that still hits the porch. So I'm like, okay. Well, then when my last day in Florida, Cricket sent me a text and said, "Did you get the package?" And it all was like a frying pan hit me up. I'm like, oh, that's who sent the package. Okay. So I said,
because you haven't learned how to read return addresses on them, right?
Well, actually, I didn't. We did like a burn and turn. I got off. I did my normal thing where I stay at the hotel by the airport the night before. Okay. Literally, I put my Prius. Yes, I drive a Prius. I tucked my Prius into the garage. I grabbed my minivan. Okay, this is not getting any better.
Ladies and gentlemen, he drives a Prius and a minivan. Just call Adam Soccer Mom of the Year.
That's right. So what makes it worse is in the garage we're 2 Priuses. So my wife drives a Prius and I drive a Prius. And I'm not afraid to admit it, by gosh. If you would like to make fun, please look at my 62 miles per gallon on my way to work every day, except in the winter when it's cold and it doesn't even give me 30. But don't worry about that. We'll only talk about
it forgets to plug it in.
So anyways, we take the van to the airport. And I put the package in, picked up my wife because it would be frowned upon to leave her at home.
Grab the package, leave the wife.
And then we left to hit the road. So, but yes. But what I thought we would do in honor of Cricket is I thought I would open the package right here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's find out what's in it because you won't tell me these things.
Well, it's just like listener spotlight. You won't tell me that either. All right. So here's the package.
Okay.
I won't tell Amazon that she repurposed an Amazon box, but that's okay. All right. Let me see what we got here. Ooh, nice. We have the Bragg Happy Trails t-shirts on the back. One
I
for
love
me.
it. That is awesome.
And guess what, buddy? Don't you dare feel left out.
Okay, good. We don't have to share the shirt.
Well, I was thinking if we shared it, I would get the summer months.
And I get the winter months?
Yeah, there is two. I just want...
Okay, cool. All right. Thank you. That is cool.
We have some Bragg really cool vinyl decals, so that's pretty neat. One for me and one for me. I mean, one for you and one for me. Right. Let me see what else we got here. Ooh, nice. This might be... I don't want to offend anybody who's purchased anything else off our website, but this might be our best jersey.
Yeah. That's definitely the best. I don't know about... That's the best jersey that we've ever designed. I mean, I'm talking designed specifically for a ride. How about that?
Yeah, I would say that's pretty fair. Yeah. But, well, good news. There's one. So I will get it 6 months. And no,
get it the winter months.
Yeah. No. There's one for you too. And guess what? There is a large and an extra large. So extra large for me, even though I'm much better in my health, I still like an extra large on the jerseys. You like the large. What else we got here? Ooh, we have some Happy Trail stickers. One for me and you from Bragg.
My other ones. That's very nice.
There we go. We have looks like a jersey that one of our team members. I know where this one needs to go. So there's another large, but I happen to know where that needs to go. So. We have some keychains, the Bragg keychain. We have some of those, which we both always love to have.
Yeah, we add those to the collection.
Here with my other. Oh, look! Right behind us is our Peaches to Beaches, our first year. I got it right here.
Yeah.
So put that there. So perfect. All right. We also have, and I want to make an official announcement. I know that I saw on the team message, as did you, by the way, that Scott and Cricket were really trying to give away the swag bags that we had put together. I want to make an official announcement now. You and I have agreed to cover the shipping. If anyone who didn't pick up their swag bag, we have a few here, let us know, reach out to us, give us your address, and I'll be glad to send it to you. Yep. We will.
I mean, we know how it gets.
Yep. You're busy.
You've ridden all day. You got to get to dinner. Things get going. We get it. So if you want your swag bag, let us know and we will ship it out to you.
Well, and just like two of them here, and I'm not calling these ladies out, but we just know what they do. Audra and Natalie's are here, and we both know that they go to hotels every night.
They utilize hotel. Absolutely.
So
they're not even in the general area where the campers are. So, they know how to leisure the ride right. I mean, we're going to nice clean sheets and a comfy bed and air conditioning every night.
Just get a hold of one of us or message us on any of the socials or any way that you guys always, most of you have our text message anyway, or the team thing is still on. So give us your address and we will be glad to send it. So we'd like you to have it. So, because let's be honest, we don't need like 6 t-shirts.
We've already got boxes of swag stuff all over the place with Scott.
But Cricket, thank you so much.
Thank you, Cricket. Thank you, Stephanie.
Yeah, that's what
and most importantly, not only Stephanie, but Franklin and the rest of the crew. Ron, heard you guys did a great job, and it was a great ride. Thank you to our team members. You guys did great. We appreciate the pictures. We appreciate the follow up as you guys went through the weekend stuff. It was fantastic. Thank you, Scott and Cricket and Sunshine. We certainly appreciate everybody's participation.
One thing I didn't tell you about, which wasn't hiding it from you, but I'll tell you right here. being recorded, I took the rest of the Cycling Men of Leisure black shirts that we had, the ones that we took to Ragbri in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
I told Cricket, find people and spread the love. So there might be some random people. Who knows? Maggie could have been the person who received the T-shirt. So I don't know, but we did a blast out. Why am I saying that? Why am I mentioning that? Because that's what we plan on doing with the rest of the swag and stuff is trying to find good people to pass it out to. So
we've never had a problem, giving swag away and just like, hey, here you go. So
give it away. Oh wait, that's the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Give it away.
All right. How are we doing on our notes? We had their special guest. We did the bucket hat story, which, by the way, should be told twice. Guy in a bank robber.
I don't know about that, but anyway.
I think we're good. I think. But do you have a story?
Yeah. Do we have time to do my little story?
Well, yeah, you teased it in the front.
Well, sometimes things change, things happen. We have to adjust. We've all been there.
Oh,
You're riding, some guy generally is in a pickup truck or a crappy car or something and comes by you and deliberately steps on the gas, is maybe behind you and then guns it around. Not because there's cars coming, but because they want to show you how much power their Prius or whatever ridiculous car they're driving.
What do you drive?
I don't drive a Prius, but
yeah, okay, good, okay.
I'm a Volvo guy. It's okay.
It's boxy but nice. Go ahead.
Not anymore. It's not. We've all been there, and they drive around and they shout at you, get off the road, and all this other stuff. And we've all seen that. And I think what really kind of cued it off is we were looking a couple of weeks ago. We were looking through the reviews of our show, and we had a couple that were 1 stars, and we were like, "What's this all about? Let's find out." And 2 people gave us reviews, not of the show, gave us their thoughts about Cyclists on roads. They were like, "Well, I cannot condone an activity that puts people at risk," was one of them. And then the other one was like, roads are not for cyclists, they're for cars. Okay, that's your opinion, but that is not a review of our show. I mean, if you're going to give us feedback if it's good, bad, or otherwise, but don't give us feedback based on the fact that you just hate cyclists being on the road. So that really kind of ticked me off. It's like, well, you're just making these big, huge statements about your hatred towards cycling. And that got me thinking. And I did a little research. And I wanted to share it with everybody, especially hopefully some of the jackwagons that leave the I hate cycling. Maybe they'll listen long enough to hear this. But in the late 1800s, most of the roads outside of cities were just dirt. They were designed primarily for horses, for wagons, for livestock. Rain would turn these roads into just deep mud and ruts. Dust was a major problem during dry weather. And traveling between towns became nearly impossible during certain seasons. So like in spring when it rained, I mean, you couldn't go anywhere. And it really got to the point in mud in the spring, dust in the summer, and ruts all year long, because even when it wasn't raining, you had these deep, huge ruts in the road. And for bicyclists riding the new safety bicycle, and the safety bicycle came out in the 1800s, and that's kind of the modern bicycle. Roads were terrible. And we were at a time when people had been riding horses, been riding in buggies to get where they wanted. And now we were starting to move to the Industrial Revolution, and cars were starting to show up, but cars were kind of a novelty at that time. But people discovered bicycles, and they realized, you know what? Bicycle is a great way to get around from one place to the another. It takes my own power. But the great thing about it is I can ride from my apartment to the factory, or I can ride from my farm into town and I could just leave my bicycle. I don't have to worry about, is it fed? Is it watered? All this kind of thing. And so bicycling between the 1880s and the 1890s really saw this huge boom. And this was before automobiles became anything. Bicycles were cutting edge technology. Millions of Americans became cyclists. Bicycle clubs started to form, and long distance touring became popular. So people all of a sudden wanted to travel farther, faster than walking or on horseback. But the problem were that the roads were awful. And cyclists quickly realized that if we had better roads, they would be able to go more places and quicker. So what happened is there was this little organization, and I say little in air quotes, the League of American Wheelmen. And that was founded in 1890, and it became one of the most influential transportation lobbying groups in American history. And at its peak, it had more than 100,000 members. It had chapters nationwide, and it had political influence at the local, state, and the federal level. And their slogan was the best, easiest slogan ever: better roads. So really, ultimately, today they would be transportation advocates. And the league launched what became known as the Good Roads movement. And that movement basically pushed and argued that roads were public infrastructure. Roads should be engineered and maintained. Roads should be usable year-round, and the government should invest in transportation networks. Sounds pretty obvious, doesn't it? Cyclists argued that this is going to benefit, farmers, merchants, postal service, travelers, communities. Are going to help everything. And this was a major shift in the thinking of the American people. Cyclists even began publishing road maps, road conditions, road guides, mileage charts, all this kind of stuff as these cycling organizations grew. It got so big that bicyclists influenced federal policy, and one of those biggest successful policy changers was the Good Roads movement, which came into existence in 1893. The government created the Office of Road Inquiry, and that really started the evolution of, better roads. They got companies involved in them. In it, like bicycling companies and stuff. And farmers initially opposed this because all they saw was that these roads were going to create higher taxes and that type of thing. But then farmers started to realize that better roads meant that they could move their crops more efficiently, faster, get them to market more effectively, things like that. And then the farmers joined in. So this was all going on before automobiles really came into existence. And then when the automobiles really started to become mainstream in the early 1900s, states were already funding road projects, engineers were already designing the infrastructure, that type of thing. And then when the motorists started coming in, they immediately inherited, the let's improve the roads movement that cyclists had originally built. So my whole point of giving you this long history is to really tell you that cyclists in the United States were the ones who really were the ones lobbying and pushing for good roads, paved roads. So when jack wagons go by you and say, get off the roads aren't made for cyclists, they really need to be thanking us, because cyclists are the ones that got the road movement going. And even before automobiles even came around. So to all the jack wagons who like to scream and yell at us, you're welcome. Our forefathers in the cycling community are the ones that actually got the roads going in the United States. So
that's pretty cool, man.
So two things. Number one, cyclists are the ones that started road improvements and getting roads paved and engineered. And number two, if you want to leave a review on our podcast or any podcast, keep it to the podcast and not just making political statements or whatever. I kind of felt like their argument was, You can't go use a dog park if you don't have a dog. No, actually, the roads are for everybody. A dog park is for everybody, especially for dogs. But if I wanted to go there without a dog, it's okay. Yeah. So that's
I want to envy your dog. I don't have
I'm going to the dog park without you. So I thought it was real interesting to do the research on that and really discover that cyclists are what got roads going.
So what I'm hearing is a couple things. One, I really do appreciate the history and the knowledge that cyclists, advocated for better roads and transportation.
Mm-hmm.
And now, of course, for my fun part of the show is to give you a little bit of a hard time. The way to get you to do better research is if someone leaves a review that has no bearing, that you'll go down a rabbit hole and find.
No, it annoyed me that they were just like leaving reviews about how they hate cycling. And then it was like, I already knew about this league of wheelmen. I just hadn't really researched it. And it just led me down that road to like, the next time you jackwagons want to make comments, realize that it's us that got things going. So
I have a little bit of a surprise for you.
Okay.
It's not a good surprise. So I was also bothered by the reviews, but I took a different approach, and I do not like the answer. I have advocated for Apple. I have always enjoyed Apple's privacy stance. I agreed with them when they would not get into the phone for the major case about the guy in San Bernardino. I thought that a producer or maker of a phone has no business giving or breaking behind the scenes. That's just my opinion. Mm-hmm. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying it's Road Adventures of Cycling Men of Leisure opinion. It's my opinion that I've always advocated for the security, the privacy that Apple gives. But this time I was really disappointed because I wrote them through the platform of the podcast. And so for those of you who don't know, is if you produce a podcast, you can pay for the platform. You get a special landing page for the web page. And this is your way of communicating with Apple by saying, hey, somebody left a review here that has no bearing about the production of the show, the content of the show. It has something to do completely against it. And what they wrote back with was very frustrating. If there would be something demoralizing to children, if there would be something that would have been threatening, that they would be glad to take the review down. But their stance is to leave all reviews. And I did not like that because I've always supported them, what they're doing. But in this particular case, they weren't reviewing the content of anything that we've done. They were just saying,
I hate cyclists on roads.
Yeah, exactly. And so I was a little frustrated, but I wanted you to know that.
That's ridiculous. Now I get it if they just said, you know what, I've listened to your content, I don't like it. Okay, fine. But just to make comments about cycling in general, Apple's wrong. But I bet you if I went on there and said Apple is horrible and they suck, I bet they would take down that review.
Yeah, no kidding.
Or, products should not be named after fruits. You guys stink. I hate you. We're going to take it down. No, that's weak. I mean, like I said, they shouldn't be touching reviews that are reviews about the podcast, but that's like saying, leaving a review about something completely unrelated to, whatever the topic is, which is exactly what it was. But
this is another statement from Adam and not the show. I had the same problem with my website. In my prior life, I was a wedding photographer. I know you know that. We've mentioned it on the show a few times, but I was a wedding photographer, and not to be narcissistic, but we did very well. I ran 2 teams. We were almost every Friday, Saturday night. We had 3 teams going. We shot a lot of weddings. I was in the knot. Wonderful reviews, and for my business, I worked just like this show day and night to make everything good. And all of my years, 20 plus years, wonderful reviews. And then I had someone write me a review because I always told my guys, and I'm going to be transparent here. Here, I'm an open book. I always told my team, you do not touch any alcohol while you are on a job. I don't care the circumstances. You are representing my company. You are representing me.
That's fair.
I don't care what the scenario, what the story is. I don't care. So I got a call from the team that was at another location. And they said, hey, the father of the bride is telling us that we did a great job, and he is insistent that he buys us a shot. And I said, no. And they said, he wants to talk to you. And literally the father of the bride, who I met with ahead of the wedding, making sure that everything was going to be set, where my guys needed to be, what time, everything. He said, come on, Adam, I just want to buy him one shot. And he's like, they're working out, it was one of these 95-degree days. It was an outdoor wedding. I literally lost 2 flashes because they were too hot and they were exploding. I had to send them in a Nikon, to be honest. He said, you guys are working. Just let me buy him one shot. And I said, I normally don't like to do this, but if that is what it's going to take, and I'll allow it. I said, but I don't like it because it's my business. And he said, no. I'm not kidding you. I woke up the next day, and the bride, not the father of the bride, but the bride wrote, I can't believe my photographers were drinking with my father at the wedding. So I begged Google to take the review down. I even wrote a letter, got the father to agree that he wanted to buy the shot for my photographers, and they just would not take it down. They wouldn't, no matter what. There's like this weird standard of reviews that once a review goes, they kept offering me to contradict or reply back to the review, but it was like this: once the review is made, you can never back down from the review. Which is the same thing that Apple just did. Yeah. So that kind of
well, and you can't even contradict the review either. You can't go on there and say, well, this isn't a review about the, right. You've got no, anyway.
But I didn't want to tell her that 3 weeks later, I had already planned on closing the business. But for me, I never wanted that to be out there. So, and then I shot my last wedding, and I think this is a good way to end it and move on. This girl goes on to the knot and gives me like this raving review of like, oh my gosh, I was so excited that it was my last wedding, shooting my last wedding, knowing that I had taken the job with the county in 2017 and everything else, that I was like, I'm having the best day of my life. It was emotional. Don't get me wrong, because I knew it was like the chapter of a book that was closing, the baby that I had, born and made, and website and learning all that thing. And then she went on and she's like, if you need a photographer, Adam is the one to go to. He's the greatest, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, don't do that. So anyways, wow. It was a good career, but I am happy with what I do now. Why don't we move into, how about I give you the jingle again?
Jingle it.
You're clipped in and you're dialed in. You ride along with us every spin. Side to side. It's your moment now. Listener spotlight, take a bow.
I'm not going to lie. Even when we're not recording, I sometimes hit that just to...
Hey, what you do up there in your little studio is not for me to judge.
Well, we do have a surprise after the listener spotlight. We have an announcement. I'm going to give that announcement to you, but let's go ahead and give the clues for the next.
All right. The next listener spotlight clues are as follows. This community is truly a community of firsts. The town changed names in hands several times. This town,
everyone that you do changes names.
Every town in the world, I think, has not started out with the name that it has now. This town has a house named for a piece of ordnance. It is the hometown of leaders. It is named for a town in Europe. And maybe the next time you visit this town, you might want to look to the sky for financial reward.
Wow. Look to the sky for financial
reward. And it is the hometown of leaders, and it is truly a community of firsts. So,
gosh, I am intrigued.
I'm practically just giving you it. I mean, come on. Silver platter, here it is.
Yeah, okay. I love you, brother, but I ain't getting it.
that ain't helping.
No, I'm just stuck on the financial reward for looking up in the sky. Like,
well, there you go.
All right. Well, listen, we got something cool, and I'm going to let you talk about it. I don't want to steal your thunder. We have a marathon coming up, and I am excited about it.
We came up with this idea. Everybody knows I'm a big fan of the Tour de France. It starts on the 4th, which is tomorrow. We're recording this early, but what we've decided to do is we're going to try to do a daily kind of a mini episode, 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, not long, where we are going to review the daily adventures on the Tour de France. You know, who's winning, who's losing, if something big happened, just different stuff like that. Maybe have a discussion about a couple of things. But we thought it might be fun if the Cycling Men of Leisure followed the tour every day and provided a little snippet every single day. We're going to call them like mini episodes. We've came up with a cool name. We got a little musical intro for it. And that's what we're going to do starting on the 4th. And running until the 26th or 23rd, whatever day that it ends. So that's what we're going to try to do. I hope we can pull it off. So it's going to be fun.
We can do it.
And I'm going to kind of take the lead on this because Adam's not a big tour guy, but we're going to turn him into a tour guy. By the time it's all over, he will know how to say, Taddy Picacha and different big names like that. So
is that a potato chip?
Taddy Picacha.
No. Is that like dip?
It could be. Hey.
Chip?
Yeah.
No, actually, you and I were doing some strategizing last night. You told me about the JOB. And so after we got off, Lauren asked how you were doing. And I told her about your new adventures. And then I told her about our idea, and she thinks it's really cool. And I told her that I was excited, that I can be very truthful. I know nothing except for there's a yellow jersey, that there are people who do wheel changes on the side, and then a bunch of crazy nut jobs trying to get pictures and have crashed a lot of people. And so I am looking forward to learning.
I got my job cut out for me.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to not only giving, I would say the newbies opinion and newbies answers, but at the same time, hoping to come away with this with some education. And so, I'm excited. So
yeah,
tomorrow night, I'm going to a family barbecue. Your daughter just told us you're going to a family, but we will then find a time every day. Get together. So,
and it should be fun. They're starting in Barcelona, Spain. So that's always fun when they start outside of France. And just to let you know, to give you kind of a heads up, there's actually 3 jerseys that are important: the yellow, the green, and the polka dot. And they have a white jersey. So there's actually 4. So
now wait a minute. Let's start off this right. The yellow was the leader of the day. Is that correct? Or the winner of the stage?
The yellow is now you're putting me on the spot because I always get that confused. The green is the sprint champion.
Okay.
Throughout the thing. The polka dot is the king of the mountain.
Ah, yes, that makes sense because my Strava, when I have a KOM, gives me the polka dots.
Does it? Okay. And then the white jersey is the jersey for the best new rider.
Oh,
what's that?
like a rookie.
Yeah. I mean, there's like an age range that they go off of, and I don't remember what it is at the moment. But yeah, it's like, the new guys, they're out there doing it. The yellow jersey is the overall leader of the general classification. There is not a jersey, and this is where it gets really confusing to me. There is not a jersey for like the person who won each day, unless you're, King of the Mountain or the new rider or whatever. But the yellow jersey is the person who is the overall leader. So if I'm riding and I win the first day, I get the yellow jersey. The next day, if I win again, I keep the yellow jersey, and it's a point system. So, you've got points and all that stuff to look at, but, yeah, so there you go. Or I shouldn't say points. I should say time, but yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting.
Well, I'm excited. I look forward to recording with you. I look forward to giving some, any maybe news story. Well, maybe not news. Forget that. We just lost everybody. Anything that we find, like the bucket hat story or whatever we find, we can add that in there. But in the meantime, I'll get my update on tour and add my insight. I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds great, and really have no idea what I'm talking about until maybe like stage like 7. I catch on, like it's just like work after 7 times, buddy. I'm pretty good.
All right, well, we'll see.
All right, well, congratulations on the job. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for your family. Even if this isn't the end all be all, at least it's something that sounds respectable. So I like that. So,
all right. Sounds good. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, in that case, we will see everybody soon. Thank you once again. And I know it wasn't here, buddy. I don't know anywhere in the whole world right now is a good day for a bike ride. I mean, it been
somewhere it is a good day.
There's a good spot, but has it been just as hot at your house as it been in Miami?
Yeah. Today, heat index was 107. Actual temperature was like 95.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you're right. Somewhere, somehow, it's a great day for a bike ride.
Thank you for riding along with Road Adventures of Cycling Men of Leisure. However you travel, find the leisure your way. See you next time.